You guys are playing some of your best football at the right time of the season. So, what are you looking to carry over from previous weeks to this coming Friday when the competition gets ratcheted up even more so?
We're preparing to run the ball hard, preparing to block hard, and our defense is preparing to stop them, and our special teams is preparing to dominate.
You take a look at last year's game. They got you in week 8, but you turned it around and won by 22 in the postseason. So, what do you remember, or what did you learn maybe through those experiences that you can apply this time around against this program?
That they're beatable, and that our team can prepare for them, and that it's going to be a really tough game, and they're going to come prepared.
What are you most looking forward to about this week? It's a huge game. It's one of the best rivalries in the city of Fort Wayne.
I'm looking forward to having fun and playing with my teammates.
For you guys, what's going to be the big key, and what are some of the things that you're focusing on in practice this week?
Our defense and our special teams.
And for you guys, what do you think Friday is going to be like? I mean, it's a home game. You don't have many more of those on the schedule.
It's going to be big for our seniors. That's going to be could be one of their last games. Could be one of their last home games. I'm hoping to have a big crowd. I'm hoping to have a good game.
Final question for you personally: what are you most looking forward to?
Having a good time with my teammates and running the ball hard.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, that should be it.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
Yep, thank you.
Our defense is looking really solid. We're just hoping to keep stopping that run like we did against Lures. And our secondary is looking very solid, and we're going to carry that on. And then on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to get our passing game a little bit better. And then we obviously got our running game down.
Snyder obviously have been scoring a lot of points, pretty versatile offensively, especially considering they used to be run dominant. They could throw the ball a little bit this year. So what are your biggest concerns against Snyder's offense, and what do you need to do well and work on in practice this week to prepare you for what they present?
Obviously, they got quite a few athletes who just know how to play the game. But, I mean, we're not too worried about them. We're going to shut down their run game and force them to pass it and keep pressure on their quarterback and make him make mistakes all night.
Last year in Week 8 they got you in the regular season, then you turn around a couple weeks later in the postseason and beat them by 22 points. So what do you take away? What did you learn from those experiences and that you can use this time around?
We learned a lot, obviously. We learned that it's just whether or not we want to win. It's just whichever team wants to win more is going to win.
This is one of the great rivalries in Fort Wayne high school football. So what are you most looking forward to about this Friday night and kind of renewing this rivalry between two very storied football programs?
Obviously, we're just going to take it to the turf. I mean, not much can be said. We're just going to do what we do. They're going to come here. We're going to do what we do, and where the scoreboard's going to say blah, blah, blah. The scoreboard's going to say all that needs to be said.
Final question for me. What are you most looking forward to about this Friday?
Honestly, just playing the game that I love. I'm not too worried about who we play. I mean, obviously, they've got quite a few athletes, but, I'm going to do what I do best.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I think special teams, for the most part, continues to be a staple for us, and defense has gotten better every week. I think you can look back to game 1 all the way through 7 games. They've gotten better every week. Offensively, we've kind of been up and down. It's just penalties. Penalties are killing us, and that's been a point of emphasis for the last 7 weeks. So continue to get better. From Friday night, obviously special teams and defense held their own for sure. Did a great job, and I thought our offensive line in the second half started to establish some identity and able to run the ball. Against 8, 9, 10 guys in the box. Build a lot of confidence for our guys, so I was happy to see that.
Do you feel like, Braxton back there at quarterback is starting, game by game, continues to get more comfortable, and that makes your offense click a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's got great poise. He's a multi-sport athlete, so, in baseball he had some varsity time. So, he's a guy that really doesn't get shook too much. He's got real good poise. We have to do a better job putting him in good situations, especially throwing the ball, play action, and different things. But yeah, very, very proud of him. And I think each quarter, each game, as the weeks go by, he's just going to get better and better.
When you take a look at Snyder, obviously another well-coached, very fundamentally sound football team as they are every year. What are your biggest concerns with them, and what do you try to do to alleviate these concerns during practice this week?
Yeah, I mean, first you start with a great rivalry, and goes back all those years, and they play the game very soundly. I mean, you mentioned it. I mean, all three facets are very, very solid. They do some really difficult things in the kicking game that we have to adjust to and make sure we're practicing and ready for. They want to run the ball. They want to play action. They do a great job at that. And, they're always sound schematically on defense. They're fast. They're physical. It's all those things. That's why they're ranked number one, and, they've been playing great football. So, tremendous challenge. And, being that it's week 8 and it gives us 3 more weeks to get ready for postseason, we're looking forward to really seeing where we're at. Each week it's been that, but this especially will be a great test.
Last year in week 8 they got you by 11 in the regular season. Then you turn around just a couple of weeks later and beat them by 20 plus in the postseason. So what do you learn? What do you take away from those experiences that you can use this time around, or maybe do these guys take away from those experiences?
Yeah, I mean, it's confidence, and the thing that I think many coaches, probably Coach Tittman preaches as well, is it's process. So you might have injuries, you might be just at a different place in the process. Speaking to last year in the regular season than you are in the postseason, and Dwenger and Snyder, I don't think there's two teams that are more familiar with one another and what we like to do and what we go to and all those different kinds of things when there's adversity. So. It's great familiarity with each other. It's always physical. It's a great rivalry. So, it sets the stage to be a great football game and hopefully learn a lot about where we're at, like I said before, and still looking then ahead. We may see them again. We'll see how the draw comes out on Sunday.
Yeah, you mentioned it a couple times, alluded to it, but my final question is, what are you most looking forward to about this game? It is, one of the most historic rivalries between two perennial powerhouses in the city of Fort Wayne.
Well, I think players, certainly coaches alike. I mean, you look forward to Friday nights, and there's no greater Friday night than when you play Snyder, and maybe they say the same thing when they play Dwenger. It's just a lot of fun. It's why these guys, play high school football. It's going to be, electric here, and what more do you ask for? A lot of fun, a physical football game. Two great teams. We'll see how it ends up. But just a great opportunity. That's what we've been preaching to our guys. What a great opportunity. You get to play the number 1 team in the state and see where we're at.
Anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
No, I'm good. Thanks.